friends, welcome back again. So happy you popped over again to see what I am up to today. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Janny and I hope you enjoy what you see. And if you do, I hope you take a little bit of inspiration with you. For everyone here who is not subscribed to my channel, of course, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and of course, hit the bell so you will be notified every time I upload new DIYs. Like I always say, enough talking and let's jump into today's inspiration. And you see already, it's time for a new DIY inspiration. Of course, we need the tumbling tile blocks. What will we do without them? We have here my container with everything inside, some scissors, markers, brushes, some mud pots, some twine, and of course the wood glue. And also with this DIY, I don't recommend the wood glue because you don't want that it's falling apart. We have here a saucer with an old piece of kitchen towel which is wet to wipe away the glue we don't need. And of course I have here just a paint can, but you can choose any paint or spray paint or wax at your choice. Just do whatever you think is right for your home. What we're going to make a very easy centerpiece you can place in the middle of your table, and you can decorate it for any season, change it up any way you like. So we will see how this will turn out, because in this moment, I am honest with you, I have no idea. So we will see how this will turn out. So the first step will be 2 times 5 blocks. So we're going to do the longest side of the blocks, and we do them over here and roll them together. Then the glue is not running down too much, at least. So already 1, and this will be a number 2. And number 4 and number 5 is the closure up. You're going to squeeze them like this, and then from the sides, first in the middle, then squeeze to the outside, and then squeeze all of them. So we're going to give this for at least a couple of minutes drying. We're going to wipe away the glue over here. And again, if you did wipe away the glue, always be sure that you get your wet towel and wipe away the glue. And afterwards, afterwards, of course, if you did wipe away the glue, just make a straight line again, or else your lines are not great. So I'm going to let this rest for a couple of minutes. So I gave it a couple of minutes. I'm going to turn them, place one on the side. I'm going to do some glue on the tops over here, place it down, and we're going to make sure that we easy and a little bit with some gentle press, we're going to press it together and make sure that the gaps are disappearing, because we don't like gaps in the middle. If your blocks are that crooked and you still have gaps, you can use some wood filler or maybe some speckle. I don't know what it is, but some wood filler we use always over here. So I'm going to let this dry in for at least, I think 20 minutes. What we're going to do right now, we're going to make sets of 2. So very easy. This is already 3, this is 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8. So we need 8 pieces of 2. What we're going to do again the longest line. We place them together. We get the longest line, and this way. And this is very easy to do, because we're going to make a middle stand for the candles, and then we're going to work our way around it, because I always start with the middle or the bottom. Always, it is just what we're going to make. We're going to squeeze this one and this one, and make sure that you have a nice straight line over here and over here and this way. And I like centerpieces. If you have a table or maybe a tray or something else, it's always also nice. If you don't have a tray, it's easy just to place this one in the middle and just decorate it the way you like it, because I love decorations on my table, but it has to be easy that you can easily take it away again, because sometimes you use it for your dinner or maybe breakfast or something else. So it has to be easy that you can easily take it away again. So I'm going to give this a couple of minutes. So what we're going to do, we are going to now make sets of 2. We do some glue on the top over here, and we're going to glue them together. Very easy. make sure that you press them together. You do over here some glue and you press this one together. We will squeeze it in a moment, and this one and this one, and then you have sets of 4. And again, we're going to squeeze it in, make sure that you have a straight line. Also over here, fill in the open gaps, and over here, and this one, and we're going to wipe away the glue, and here, and we're going to give this a couple of minutes rest. So we are going to place this one in the middle, and now it's very easy. We're going to do some glue on this side, on the underside, over here, place it against here. We do here the same. We do some glue on the underside. We place this one over here. We're going to give it a little bit of pressure, that we are sure that it sticks nicely on each other, and we're going to give it a couple of minutes. Now we're going to get one side. We do some glue on the smallest line. We do under here, and we do on the side over here, and we're going to place them in here, and he's not totally fitting next to each other, so we have little pieces over. I will show you that in a moment. We do here the same, a line on the side, a line under, and a line on the side over here, and we're going to place this one in the other direction, and then we're going to give this also a little bit of pressure, so we get a kind of a little box this way. And we're going to give this a couple of minutes rest. So this is how he's looking like, and what I mean that he's not really a straight fit. He has a little overlay, but I don't mind. I like it. That's just the size of the blocks. What I'm going to do, I have here my bag with my half wooden rounds. Of course, they are half. I will show you in a moment. You see, this is just a half of a whole round. I'm debating, because I will do them on the corners. I think I'm going to go for the smallest one. I always order them online on Temu or AliExpress. Just sometimes the Temu is cheaper, sometimes AliExpress is cheaper. So you can just look for it, and maybe you have Amazon. We also have Amazon, but I don't buy a lot of things with Amazon. So, and I'm going to glue them on the corners. Oh, you see already this way, but you can get them in different sizes, so you can do whatever you like. So I'm going to do a little dot of glue over here. Oop, they are really small, and I am always really bad with glue. So it's always a task for me, and I really have the opening already so small, but I still am a clumsy with glue. But it doesn't matter, you can do it your way. And I'm going to place this one, and the last, of course, some glue, and I place this one over here, and I'm going to make sure that I give some pressure over here, that they stick in place. And we're going to let this rest, and I'm going to wipe away the glue with my small brush. I'm easy, just go over it and around the little wooden round to wipe away the glue you don't need. So this is already one. So you see already, I am going to do it for 2 candles, but of course you can do it for maybe 3 or maybe 4. If you have a really big table, you can make it as big as you like, but I'm going to go for 2 candles. So I'm going to make also 2 of this kind of boxes, and then we can build further with the rest of the centerpiece. Of course, we're going to do the 8 of 2 again. So we have 2 of 5 and 8 of 2 for the sides. So I'm going to do this in one time, because you already saw the first one. So place them together like this, and I'm going to squeeze them and wipe away the glue, but I won't bore you with that, so you only see this one. So now we're going to place them together again. We do one on the side over here, and again the same like we did, of course, with the first one. Fill in the open gaps like this, wipe away the glue. And we do here the same. Just do some glue on the tops, place them together, do some glue on the top, and over here, and over here. And we're going to squeeze them. And we do here the same. And with this one. And with this one. And we're going to give this also a couple of minutes drying. So we do here the same. We do some glue on the longest side. Over here, place this over here. We do here the same on the underline. And we're going to give this some pressure. And we're going to make sure that we have it over here. And here the same. And this one will be some glue over here on the underline and on the side. And we place this one against here. We do here the same. Some glue over here, underline, and of course over here. And we place this one this way. And we're going to give it some pressure. And we're going to give this also a couple of minutes drying again. So now we only need our 4 little pieces on the top. And of course I use this round, but you can do of course some bead on the ending. You can do a little bit of a cardboard around it. You can do anything you like for the endings. You can even leave it. Oh, you see already he is going to run away from me. He doesn't want to sit on here. And we're going to do the last 2. Oh, this is really, when your fingers are not working the way they're supposed to be, it's always a little difficult, the smaller pieces. Of course, the bigger the pieces are, the better it goes. But when you have arthritis like me, it is always really hard for the smaller pieces. We're going to let this dry in. So now we have our 2 little kind of boxes for our candles or maybe other lights. You can do anything inside. You can also do some plants inside. We are going to get 3 blocks and 3 blocks. So we go to do 1, number 2, and number 3. And this is 1, and this is 2, and number 3 in the length. And we're going to do this, of course, also for the other candle holder, because this will be in between. This is 1, and this is 1. We just fill it up, and this one, and this one. And now we're going to squeeze them, press them together. Oh, you see already, like this, and this one, and this one. And we're going to give this a couple of minutes drying. So now we have on the table 2 times 8 blocks of 2 times double 8. So you have here 8 of 2 and here 8 of 2, because this is one candle holder, this is the other one. So we're going to do the longest side again, place them together. Very easy. It is today a lot of gluing this way, but maybe later we will change it up. We will see what we're going to make from it. And this is, oh, you see already, this is number 6 and number 7. If you already also made some candle holders with the blocks, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you what you already made from the tumbling towel blocks, because it's always nice to hear. We have a lot of friends who always telling what they are going to make. It's always so nice to hear that someone at least got a little bit of inspiration from it. That's always the greatest thing to read. That means that people at least enjoy what you are going to make. I'm going to squeeze all of them and wipe away the glue. So we gave it a couple of minutes drying. What we're going to make, we are going to make some kind of squares. At least what we're going to do, we're going to start with one side. We do some glue on this side over here. We get some block, we place this one over here, and this way we're going to get another block. We do some glue also on the longest line. We place this one not on the side but against this one, and this way. And we're going to do now some glue on this side. Oh, you see already, he is already he was already going somewhere I don't want to, and I'm on the inside a longest line. And now if everything is correctly, you can easily fill in and you have a nice square. Give it some pressure, turn it around and this way. This is already one. I do together only one extra, so do some glue on this side. You place your blocks over here, you place it on the inside of the other one. You do again the longest line. You place it on the inside of this block over here. And now you're going to do some on this side and on this side. And then, I don't know what I have today, but everything is falling down. So I have to turn it this way. And you see already, very easy, we already have our square. And we're going to give it some pressure. And we're going to let this dry. I do the other two a little faster. So now we have our 4 squares. What we're going to do, we're going to get 2 of our little ones we made from 3 blocks. We do some glue on one side. We do a little bit on the inside over here. And we're going to place them exactly in the middle. Just before you press it, make sure that you have them where you want them. Here, it needs to go a little bit this way. And this is already one. We turn one of this side. We do a little glue on the inside over here, this way. And we're going to place this one also on top of here. And we're going to make sure that we have it in the line we need to have it. And we're going to let this dry. So we waited a couple of minutes. We're going to turn it over upside down and this way. And now we're going to get the other one. We're going to do some glue on the inside over here. And we're going to place this one also on top of here. And again in the middle. And then give it some pressure from above. We do here the same. Some glue on a little bit on the inside. And we're going to place this one, of course, also on top of here. And we make sure that we have this one also in the middle. Give it some pressure. Turn it over and look for if you have it where you want to have it. And we're going to give this also some pressure on top. And then we're going to let this rest also for a couple of minutes. So now we have our 2 little stamps for our candle holders. And what we're going to do, we're going to get our little basket or box. We're going to turn it over. We're going to do some glue again on the inside a little of the opening of this holder this way. And now we're going to turn it over and we're going to place it in the middle. And this way, give it a little bit of pressure. Of course, also over here. And this way, just turn it over. And this is one. We're going to turn this one over. Place this next to the other one so we can measure out that they are really at the same height. Of course, do some glue. And we're going to place this also in the middle and give some pressure. And again, turn it around so you are sure where you want to have it. And we're going to give this a couple of minutes drying. So in the meantime, while our candle holders are drying, we're going to make the bottom. We have 2 rows of 20 blocks. So 2 rows of 20 blocks. So we're going to row them very easy together until one piece. And I only do one piece together with you and to show you to row them together, because you don't want to squeeze on the outside or else you get a really big splash, and that's not what you want on your table. So I'm almost there, and I do the second one, of course, a little faster. So don't worry, I will do the other one not together. So again, you're going to squeeze from the inside And that's really important, or else everything is popping in your face, but that's not what you want. And it is still tricky because it is a lot of blocks, and you can use, like I tell a lot of people, you can use some carpenter square just to make sure that you have everything in a straight line. I always do it with my fingers because I'm a little bit stubborn, so I'm always doing it this way because I'm so used to doing it this way. But of course, do whatever you think is right. And again, always when you wipe, go ahead and feel with your fingers that you have it nicely in one straight line. And I'm going to do this one a little faster. So I gave them a couple of minutes, place them on the side. And again, I'm going to do some glue. And of course, it's not totally dry yet, but when it breaks, it doesn't matter. Just place it together again and it will glue immediately again, because wood glue is always very forgiving. You can easily work it away still afterwards. If you wait a couple of hours, it's difficult because then you can't move it anymore. But wood glue is really dry overnight, I always say. So if you want to use your DIY, always wait one night and then you can use it. So now we already have our bottom. And you see already, when I squeeze here, he goes out of each other there. So this way, we're going to place it on the side. And I'm going to do now the sides around. Now we are going to make the sides of the bottom, and of course I want to do it a little bit different, but you can change it up any way you like. I have here 4 rows of 7 blocks, and we're going to do some glue on the top over here, and we row all 7 together. So you have 4 rows of 7, and we're going to do easy this way and over here, and the last. And we're going to place it, and we're going to squeeze it from within and then go to the outside and over here. And if everything is correctly, you can easily squeeze this one, and we're going to wipe away the glue. And you already have 1 row of 7. I do only this one together with you. And number 2, you just easily place them together so the glue is not running everywhere. At least in my case. And this one, and this one. And we're going to squeeze from within, over here and over here. And now we go to the outside. And we can squeeze it and we wipe away the glue. I do the other 2 a little faster. So now we have our 4 pieces of 7. We place 2 over here and this one over here. We're going to get some loose blocks. And what we're going to do, we're going to place 1 over here, 1 over here, and 1 over here. And you see already, this is not really a nice, this is not really coming nice out. So I'm going to look for if I can change it up a little. So I get a little more texture on my piece. I think I like this better. So I'm going to go for this one. So I'm going to do some glue over here. Place this one over here. And you can, of course, measure it out. You don't have to do it the way I do. But you easily can work with it in a moment. So I'm going to just place them over here. And I'm going to make sure that they have a little bit of the same space in between. And of course you can also measure it out with some blocks. You go over here, you go over here, and you can easily do it this way and this one. And then you also have your measurement. And I have here not totally 1, I have here 1. So he can go a little to the outside, this one a little, and this one. And then we have the measurement we need Of course, we're going to give this a couple of minutes drying. So I gave this a couple of minutes. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my second one and place it at the same height, this way, over here. And I'm going to get the same loose blocks. I'm going to place them over here. And then in a moment, I'm going to look for if I have them in the straight place I need to have them, because we want to have them on one side and the other side the same. And this one over here. And the last over here. And of course, we're going to measure out. He has to be a little over the half, and he is. And we're going to go over here. And this one is also. Then we need to have one in the middle. Of course, one over here. And one over here. And he needs to go a little to the outside this way. And now I'm going to give it some pressure, and I'm going to wipe away the glue, and I let this dry also. So we gave both of our pieces a couple of minutes drying. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place them on the side. I'm going to do a little line of glue over here and over here, on this one and this one and this one. Then we're going to place it down, and we're going to place this one on top of here. And we're going to squeeze it, and we're going to get a block to make sure that we have both of them at the same height. Over here, we do here the same, place it on the side, do a small line of glue over here and over here, and the last, and again place them against each other. Get your block, because you want to be sure that you have it in the over here, and squeeze it, and make sure that you have them fitting nicely, because or else it doesn't work on your bottom. And we're going to give this a couple of minutes drying. So you see already I still have left over two of this one, because we made them earlier and I only did one piece in between the squares. So I have two left over. What I can do, I can glue them together for one side of my bottom. But of course, I don't like it that much. But if you're going to make this one also, you don't have to make 4 pieces of this one, only 2. So I make the mistakes and you can do it. But of course, if you like the sides closed, then you can use them easy and make 2 also over here. And then you have your sides closed with this one. But I like the sides the same like the bigger sides. So I'm going to use this for another DIY. I have now 4 pieces of 2. Again, you just do some glue on the top. Squeeze them. You do some glue over here. And over here. And the last. And just squeeze them. And this one. And this one. And the last. And give it a couple of minutes rest. So I have here now my 4 pieces of 2. I'm going to get 2 loose blocks. I'm going to glue one of them on both sides. I do some glue on the longest side. Place them in the middle. And I place this one on top. And I'm going to squeeze it. I do here the same. Do some glue on both of the sides. Of course, also over here. And we're going to place them in the middle. Place this one on top. And I'm going to make sure that I have my block. And I want to be sure that the sides are even, because we need to glue them on the other side. So we're going to wipe away the glue we don't need over here. And we're going to let this dry also. So you see already I have now my bottom on my table over here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to glue the sides of this bottom. So very easy, this way, over here. And I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the longest one also. I see already this is not a straight line. No, this is really not a straight line, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're going to place this one, the longest one, over here, and this one almost over here. But we are going to do first some glue on this side, on the underside, and we do a little on the tops, over here, and over here. And we place this, and you see already I'm not doing it right. I'm going to do it on the sides. Oh my, oh my. We are going to work away the glue later. That's the greatest. I do it for you, and I make the mistakes. And you see already I make a lot of mistakes over here, but I really didn't know what I was going to make. So I'm going to do some on this side, and of course on this side and this side. So it's a little bit, so under, over here, place it over here. And now we can close it up with this one. So it is a little bit tricky, but we are going to get there. Don't worry. At the end, we will get there. Of course, we're going to squeeze it. And it's also, you can use it as a small tray. If you have a small space, you can easily use it as a tray. You don't even have to do the candle holders. And what you also can do, if you have this is now your holder. This is already the first one. You can, if you made the one of 4, you can use this one also. And you can place it for yourself. You can make it a little bit bigger. And then you can make this one only as a candle holder. But you can do anything you like. But for me, we are going to keep it this way. We're going to squeeze it. And we're going to make sure that we fit everything nicely. Also on the underside. And we're going to let this rest at least a half hour. So I told you to let it dry for a half hour. Of course it is. I only waited a couple of minutes before I do my half hour, because I'm going to do some wooden rounds again, a little size bigger than the other one. The other ones are really small. I do a size bigger, and I place them also on the corners over here. So, but of course, it's not what you have to do. You can do it, but you don't have to. And again, on this side and on this side. And the last. And I think it gives a little bit more like a high-end look, but you also can use some other pieces, like I told you, also with the candle holders. You don't have to do it the way I do it. Just use what you have laying around. And I do them a little bit more to the outside, so everything is fitting more nicely together. And this way. So I'm going to let this rest now at least for a half hour. So I have here now all the parts we made. We made 2 of our candle holders. It doesn't look this way right now, but it will. Don't worry. But you don't have to use them as candle holders. You can do some plant on top of here. You can do some chicken or rooster on top of here with some greenery. I show you in a moment how I decorated mine, but you can do, because I have here, of course, a candle. You can do some candle inside. You can place it over here, and I will place it to you this way, so you can also use it as a candle holder. I'm not going to promise if I am going to use it as a candle holder. You never know with me. Maybe I will change it up. So what we're going to do first, we are going to paint it. And I already also have a purpose for my 3 blocks. I made too much. I'm going to make little signs of it. And you can change them up for the season. I think I'm going to do this too for the fall season. So I'm going to give this a little bit of a little bit fall touch. Not too much, but a little bit. So I'm going to paint all the pieces, because I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to glue it later inside of here. But the paint is much easier if I do it separately. So I'm going to give this a creamy color, and this one also. So I have all my pieces painted, and I have here my 2 little signs. I have here some wooden figurines you normally can hang in a fall tree. I have here a little fox or a hedgehog, and I have here a squirrel. I'm going to, and have some mushrooms. We will see. I think I'm going to go at least already for 1 fox, and maybe for a little squirrel. We call it acorn. It's much different than what you call it. And you call this a hedgehog and we call it an egel with the A. Egel. So we have lots different words for the animals like you have. So I'm going to cut the twine off and I'm going to glue them on top of here. So now I have here my bottom or my tray, how you call it. I'm going to get one of the holders, I'm going to turn them over and I'm going to do some glue on the inside, at least as much as we can to the inside. I'm going to place it over here and I'm going to look for where is the middle and I'm going to place it over here and look for if I have it in a straight line with this one, because I want to have it on the ending over here in the middle. And I'm going to place the other one also, very easy, just turn it over, do some glue in the inside over here. And now we're going to place this one over here and we're going to look for the middle and again place it down and we make sure that this is in a straight line on the sides. And we have here the same. Of course, I think we need to go a little bit to this side. And then we're going to look for the middle. And this is how we really turned out. But of course, you can make one extra in the middle. You can do anything you like. Of course, you see in a moment the quick impression how I decorate this one. And you see finally a quick impression of my tumbling tile blocks as centerpiece. At least I call it a centerpiece. You can use it as a planter with some candle holders. You can use, you can call it a candle holder. You can do anything with it. It's a versatile thing. And of course, this time I did some candles. I couldn't resist it. But of course, I also had 2 chickens, one on each side. And that was also very nice in the greenery. So of course, I hope you give this one a try. Everyone who is new here, I hope you enjoy what you saw. And if you do, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up and hit the bell. So you will be notified every time I upload new DIYs. For more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find the link for our DIY channels. Everyone here, I hope you all have an amazing day and I see you in the next one. Bye.